Hey there, are you one of those people who are tired of looking for love in all the wrong places? Have you tried waiting in the balcony, sitting on park benches and envying couples walking past? You've even tried walking around the streets, but the love of your life still hasn't walked past. Let's face it, with our busy schedules of working, studying and family commitments, it's becoming less prevalent that our soulmate will be waiting for us in the middle of the streets or at the park. This is where online dating comes in. Virtual relationships are taking over the dating world, and if you're still not out there, you're missing out. But don't rush out to a website and make a profile just yet. Follow these simple stages one by one and determine for yourself whether online dating is really for you. Stage 1. Online questionnaires, the filtering process. So let's be realistic. There are thousands of people within dating sites, so by browsing through thousands of profiles across thousands of sites, it's not only impractical, it's impossible. This is why dating sites are often filtered to user preferences in order to make the process of finding their ideal match less time-consuming. This way, the individuals that show up are more likely to be compatible to you. You may think that filtering is all about answering a few MCQs and writing descriptive paragraphs, but as Best and Delmege explain, it has evolved to the point where dating sites are now offering virtual dates, psychological profiles, and even criminal background checks, just in case that hot guy on your screen has done 10 years in prison. The reality is, however, it has become a lot more safer and more secure to disclose your information on the internet. As Best and Delmege describe, initial screening processes allows daters to catch out incongruous behaviour before investing too much energy in someone unsuitable. This ultimately increases your chances of finding a more genuine and compatible match. Another important factor to consider is your profile picture and the brief description that goes with it. As the saying goes, a picture can speak 1,000 words, so taking the time to choose the right one that highlights your best features can definitely pay off. Also, don't make your description too lengthy or complicated. This can often put people off and make them look elsewhere. Keep it short, specific, and to the point, so users know exactly what you're looking for and whether or not they see you as being a compatible match. Best and Delmege also highlight the potential limitations that come with filters. Filters only allow for filtering of searchable attributes, such as your income and religion, rather than experiential attributes such as humour. The experiential attributes are quite often what people want to filter, so this can serve as a potential limitation in comparison to a face-to-face meetup. However, once all the filtering is done and dusted and your search results are up, you can now move into stage 2, the chatting process. The hard work is done, and what's left for you to do is start chatting and finding your potential soulmate. Whilst this is an equally daunting and exciting process, it really does beg the question: are they really who they say they are? How truthful are they going to be? And what will they think when I ask the more serious questions? Individuals often have the tendency to display their best characteristics and disclose the negative ones, especially in the space of online dating. In a research study highlighted in Kang and Hoffman's article, many dating participants were outraged to find that their date had misrepresented themselves in their profile. This is perhaps due to the assumption that negative attributes will make them look unattractive online. Nevertheless, Ellison, Hino and Gibbs, in their research, do suggest that internet interactions allowed individuals to better reveal aspects of themselves, which they felt they were unable to do in face-to-face meetups. This relates back to the sense of security that one can feel in being behind a computer screen, rather than having the impression of being judged face-to-face. There is also the tendency to lie about personal qualities they intend to develop or enhance. For instance, they may lie about their weight or exaggerate how much they love the outdoors. Whilst this may not exactly be the case, daters believe that showing such attributes will make them look more attractive online. Ultimately, however, once you have established a strong connection with an individual or become more comfortable in using the dating site, then you will naturally become more open in sharing your details about yourself with other parties. Once all these initial stages are crossed and you're ready to be a bit more intimate, then sexting might be something that you might consider. Stage 3 is sexting. Sexting takes place when a more enhanced level of trust between two individuals is formed. According to Hasanoff and Shepard, sexting is a form of communication which involves sending sexually explicit images or messages via the internet or via mobile phones. Whilst this is mainly an adult practice, Hasanoff and Shepard reveal that, like adults, teenagers are also increasingly engaged in sexting for interpersonal intimacy, communication, and expression. The practice of sexting for a couple who have met online can be quite daunting and uncomfortable. This is mainly due to them having never physically met, and due to the inherent fear that they may seem unattractive to the individual afterwards. How comfortable you are with the process of sexting can come down to how comfortable you are online. Individuals who are comfortable in their own skin and expressing themselves sexually are those that are more likely to engage in the sexting process. As you are probably aware, sexting isn't without its risks and hazards. Images can get into the wrong hands and can end up in places you had never thought of. As Druin highlights, the casual sex relationships or even cheating relationships can lead to the possibility of such explicit images being forwarded, which can have a devastating impact on the individual involved. Such actions can also lead to the individual being in an extremely vulnerable state and subject to vast amounts of bullying, abuse, intimidation, and so much more. Nevertheless, despite the negative stigma that is attached to sexting, if it is done between two people with the right intentions, it can lead to a more deeper and trustworthy relationship. So, with everything that's been said, what can you possibly take away? Perhaps it's just to give online dating a go. You may not reach the last stage, and that's completely fine, because not everyone is comfortable with that. At the end of the day, you never know how something truly is unless you experience it for yourself. Everyone's experiences with online dating are different, so just take the leap and see whether it can lead to you finding your soulmate. So, good luck in your search for love, and thank you for watching.
She's up all night for good fun. I'm up all night to get lucky. She's up all night to the sun. I'm up all night to get some. She's up all night for good fun. I'm up all night to get lucky. We're up all night to the sun. We're up all night to get some. We're up all night for good fun. We're up all night to get lucky. 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 We're up all night to get lucky.